people gonna say, "Oh, I'm
That's
here
great.
now."
That's great.
The Brown was just running through. He was running through them. He was running through the Pacers.
Because KD, look, you gotta understand. They needed KD. They wouldn't make the playoffs.
And always, like and subscribe, man. The Ultimate Trio.
Hit that like button. That's what it's up.
Welcome to another episode of the Ultimate Trio.
What it do? You know the vibes around here.
Finally, the best time of the year. Football season is finally back.
Let's go.
All right, so we got a lot of important things to hit. Right now, we're just gonna hit on actual football. We'll get to fantasy football probably in a later episode. But to start off, we're gonna make our predictions, right? Because we gotta get our predictions, our hot takes for the Super Bowls, who's gonna make the playoffs, and all of that. So let's get right into it. Starting off, we're gonna give our predictions on who's gonna make the playoffs. So Adonis, do you want to go? You'll probably give us your division winners and then your wildcard teams for each conference, and then we can see what crazy stuff you have in there.
All right. So AFC, I'm gonna start with AFC. I got the Bills winning. I got the Browns. Not the Browns. The Bengals winning. I got the Titans, and then I got the Chargers. I got for my wild card team. I got the what's it called? The Broncos, the Raiders, and I'm putting Miami. Put in Miami for AFC.
Okay, Miami. Okay, all right, Rodwell. What you got?
AFC East. I'm gonna give it to the Bills.
Of course.
That pains him to say that, but he has to be a judge to say it.
AFC North. I'm gonna go with the Bengals as well. AFC South. Probably the Titans. Or actually, I'll change that. I'm gonna go with the Colts. AFC West. This is a tough one here. I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
My God.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
No.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Okay. What's your wild card?
A wild card in the AFC. I got Patriots and Ravens.
Okay, and we got one more. There's three wild cards.
Is there three? Okay.
Yeah.
Broncos, Ravens, Patriots.
Okay. All right. So the Raiders, I think that's the one that stands out. Well, we'll get to it after I say mine.
And the Patriots.
Yeah, but we'll get to after I say mine. So for mine, I'm pretty sure I have the same ones as Adonis.
Yes, sir.
I got the Bills, Bengals, Colts, and Chargers for division winners. And then I got for the wild cards, I got Ravens, Broncos, and Raiders. Is what I have. The only thing that I do have the Raiders making it, like getting into the Raiders now. The only thing is that I've seen that they have some issues with their offensive line. Obviously, they have a lot of weapons, but given the division being tough in the offensive line, I don't think their defense is as good as the Chargers. So that's why I give the Chargers a slight edge. And I do think Justin Herbert gets a little bit of an edge for me, at least a little bit of an edge at the quarterback position over Derek Carr. So that's why I'm like, anything can happen, whatever. Any team except for probably, any team in the division that wins the division will surprise me this year, really, because that division is pretty loaded.
All right. Bravo, explain your Patriots, bro. Explain the Patriots.
We're gonna make the wild card. Over Miami. Yeah, of course. Simple as that.
Oh my God.
We're gonna win the wild card, bro. We're gonna get a wild card spot, and we're gonna compete for that AFC East division. Don't you worry about it.
Over the Bills?
Yeah, why not? Last year we was a game out.
Wait, Josh Allen?
I don't care. Josh Allen, Bryce Allen,
the way he played.
Barry Allen, the Flash. It don't matter. I don't care. It's the same Bills team. They didn't upgrade. They had Von Miller. That's about it. That's the only thing they got that they upgraded in this offseason. The Patriots got better overall. Dolphins got better. Yeah, I'll give you that. But you just can't trust the Dolphins.
Man,
I like our chances. Mac Jones year 2. I like it. I like we gave him some little bit of weapons out there. I think we'll be fine.
The only where I disagree with that is that I feel like the Patriots got worse because they let go of an offensive lineman. I don't want to guess and be wrong. Yeah, I don't want to be wrong and be wrong with the name, but I know they let go of one of their offensive linemen. And then the biggest thing is that they don't have an offensive coordinator.
You're not gonna win with Bill Belichick as your offensive call.
That's just I just don't that's the biggest thing because I mean, you know, I do trust in Bill Belichick to always have a competitive team, but at the end of the day, right now, if the Bills stayed as good as they were last year, and the Patriots maybe taking a step back offensively, I just don't see where they can compete for the division. Now, you know, with the Dolphins, I don't know. It's just for me to put the Dolphins in, I'd have to put them either over the Ravens, over the Broncos, or over the Raiders.
Over the Ravens?
I mean, the Ravens were a good team last year. They just got hit from injury from training camp to the last day of the season. They were just more than any other team to very big name players. So I mean, obviously injuries are gonna happen. I just can't predict who's gonna have them. So assuming that they're relatively healthy, the Ravens, I don't know if I can put Miami over the Ravens. I really don't think I can put them over the Broncos or the Raiders. So that's why I don't find a spot to push them in. So that's my take on that with them.
And then you guys said the Colts over the Titans. I want you to know that, like, even before, you know, they don't need to have wide receivers like the Titans. You guys say about the wide receiver is not as good because they let go AJ Brown, but they still got King Henry, Mr. Derrick Henry, probably the best running back when healthy, like, or top 3. So like, and they still have a great defense over the Colts.
Yeah, but eventually you're gonna have to talk the Rock. And who are they gonna throw it to? Robert Woods?
Yeah, that's the thing that they're really run heavy team, and that's fine. But
they always win because they had Ryan Tannehill though.
Yeah, but a big part of their success was play action, right? Mm-hmm. So what that means, what that, you know, how that helps is, okay, we give it to Derrick Henry, but then we'll surprise you every once in a while.
With
AJ Brown.
Yeah,
now
but
you
they
don't
got
have AJ Brown.
They got an AJ Brown like in Treylon Burks. They compared him to AJ Brown.
If he's a rookie, you can't out here put set expectations on a rookie like that.
Yeah, but
we'll see what happens with Treylon Burks.
Same thing with Jamar Chase, and he.
But one thing I can guarantee you, on day one, he's not going to be AJ Brown. Even AJ Brown became AJ Brown at like the 10th game of his rookie year, and he's different. Not everybody's going to be AJ Brown. So that's why I feel like they take a step back. The Colts, I feel like, got at least a little bit better because Matt Ryan is at least a little bit better than Carson Wentz, I think. And so I feel like that's at least
like night and day.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, even objectively speaking, you can't ignore that. But moving over to the NFC, let's say Rodwell, what do you have in the NFC for division winners and wild cards?
NFC East. Let's see. I got the Eagles edging out the Cowboys. As y'all go back a couple episodes, I don't have the Cowboys making the playoffs at all. So yeah, I got the Eagles winning that division. NFC North, I got the Packers. NFC South, I give it to the Bucks. Although don't really see a motivated Tom Brady this year. I don't know, something's a little bit off for me, but I'll give it to the Bucks. I don't think anybody in the division can compete. You got Baker over there at Carolina, Mariota at the Falcons, and Jameis Winston at the Saints. I don't see anybody in that division knocking off the GOAT. So I'll give it to the Buccaneers. NFC West. Oh man.
Defending champs.
Yeah, probably the defending champs, LA Rams. Wild card, I'll have the Cardinals, 49ers, and the Vikings.
Yeah.
Okay.
I slightly like yours though. You know who I got? I already got Bucks, Eagles. I I got the Vikings over the Packers. I know, surprising. Vikings over Packers. And for the NFC West, I got the Rams. My wild card teams are the Saints, the Niners, and the Cowboys. And the Cowboys. That's my wild card.
Saints. Wow.
Anthony, what's your team?
Yeah, I know. Rado kind of froze me up with the Cowboys because I had the Cowboys as a wild card. I'll get to it now, but I'm just a little bit.
I got them 7.
You guys will see in a second. But for my division winners, I have the Bucks, Rams, Eagles, and Packers. And then I have for the wild card, I have the Vikings and the Niners. I had the Cowboys in there, but I don't know. I feel like taking them off because they just lost yesterday or over the weekend. I don't know what it was. Tyron Smith. So that offensive line is really not it anymore. I'm looking the team that I just to make a wild card pick, obviously, right? No pun intended. You know what? I'll go with the Lions. I'll go with the Lions.
You're bugging.
I'll go with the Lions.
Now, you are just trolling. You are trolling.
I'll go with the Detroit Lions. I'll go with the Detroit Lions.
The Cardinals. So you don't think Kyler Murray's going to do anything this year?
Well, the first 6 games of the season, he's not going to have DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh,
and I think they'll be better. That first overall pick,
yeah,
he's
yes,
really good. So I don't know. Their division. I mean, their schedule is not that tough. So I mean,
I don't hate the Lions. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I don't.
I think what Dan Campbell got going over there. I think he's got a good. He's got him going in the right direction.
He's the perfect coach for them.
Well, that's why I wanted to make a pick. I didn't want to make that's why I wanted to take out the Cowboys because they're a team that I feel like is trending downward, and I wanted to make a pick of a team that's trending upward. And obviously the Lions, are they're not Super Bowl contenders, but hey, you gotta have some fun with this.
And as the Lions probably had one of the best drafts in a while.
Yeah.
They got that Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams, yeah.
Obviously he coming off ACL injury, so hopefully he can come back healthy. Not TJ Hawkinson, Aiden Hutchinson. That dude's just an animal.
Yeah, he's really good. They have talent at all.
They've had a pretty good draft. They got Jared Goff out there who, despite the slander,
he went to Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's not.
He went to Super Bowl though.
He was in a good system out there in LA and obviously flourished. But I think he's not in a bad position out there in Detroit either. They got the good pieces around them. DeAndre Swift. They're putting some wide receivers out there that I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Amon Brown.
Yeah, him.
I think they got DJ Chark.
Yeah, they got him.
Well, and then they have the Alabama guy, Jameson Williams.
When he gets healthy and comes back.
And then TJ Hawkinson. They got some.
Yeah, TJ Hawkinson.
And I heard their offensive line is pretty good.
It's good.
So I mean, maybe pretty good. But now that we're into this topic, let's go on to further spot in the playoffs. Who do we think makes the Super Bowl? I'll start with this one. Obviously the Bucks. Come on. The Bucks in the NFC. And this is very easy. Listen, the Bucks, I feel like in the NFC could be one of the teams that improved the most in the off season. Which way? Did they get a lot of free agents? No, not necessarily. But what I mean is, in their last game that they played, they had a lot of injured players. They had Tristan Wirfs, that's a top 5 tackle or top 5 his position, that was not playing against the Rams defensive line. They had Chris Godwin, that was out. They had Antonio Brown, which they counted on, that was out. So they were pretty much with Mike Evans, and Gronk out there. So I feel like those obviously not Gronk, but those players coming back healthy and then adding Julio Jones, whatever's left of them, that can be really good. That can be a really good improvement. And obviously assuming health. And then on the AFC, there's a lot of different options here, but I feel like if there's any year, this is the Bills. You know, they have to make that jump. They've been knocking on the door, first round, then second round, and they've been close. This is where they have to do it. And so well, we'll go to Super Bowl win a little later. But what are your picks to make the Super Bowl, Adonis?
For the AFC, I'm gonna agree with you and say the Bills. I think this is their bill. This is the Bills' year. Obviously, I said Kansas City's not making it, so I guess the only task they have is the Chiefs. So I got the Bills making it, and in the NFC, Tom Brady. Tom Brady's my boy. So I'm gonna say the Bucks. I'm gonna say the Bucks is gonna make it.
Okay, and Rodwell.
I know what my heart want to say.
Patriots. Wayne.
Mac 10, not the, you know what I'm saying? No, let me stop. Let me be for real. No, I don't want to agree with you guys. I really don't.
You really do.
But the way this conference is set up, I think it may be the Bills.
But if your heart says the Patriots, say the Patriots.
But let me just know we catch the Bills first round, we win it.
Now last
if it's
season,
snowing,
happened,
if it's snowing,
you feel me? We catch the Bills first round, wild card. We taking it to the crib, back to Gillette Stadium. You know the vibes.
Now
I'm gonna go with the Bills in the AFC. Yeah, I mean they have to, right? Like there's no, there's championship or bust for them, in my opinion. They spent a lot of money to go get Von Miller to help their defense out. Their defense is already kind of solid. So they just added another piece.
13 seconds solid.
Huh?
Not 13 seconds solid.
For honorable mention, I'll say maybe the Chargers could challenge them in the AFC, like the championship game. But I mean, come on, the Bills they have to do it this year.
Yeah.
With, the quarterback they have, the team they have.
The Bills have to do it. My dark horse, aside from the Patriots, but I think the Ravens may make a run if they stay healthy. Lamar is in a contract year, so I think he's gonna play out of his mind to try to get that money. So my dark horse is the Ravens, but I'm gonna go with the Bills. Now the NFC, yeah, I mean you gotta go with the Bucks, right? Tom Brady.
BB12.
From what I can see in his body language and all that, I honestly do think this is it for him. I think he realized how close he was last year to breaking through and going back to the championship, the Super Bowl. So, they decided to corner blitz, and then that ruined everything.
Yeah, right.
Down the sideline. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. And then if it's not the Bucks, then it's probably got to be the Rams going back. It's a toss up between them two. I don't think the Packers are going to do anything. Unfortunately, I just don't see.
And then to win it all, quickly before we move on to the next topic, I got to win it all, I have the Bucks. Obviously, I will never. Nobody smart will bet against Tom Brady. So I'll go with the Bucks.
Pretty sure we're all in agreement on that one, so you can go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah, Tom Brady's gonna retire just like how Peyton Manning retired with a championship. He's gonna retire with a championship. So.
And then lastly, for our last topic, since Rondo mentioned that dark horse, let's see what's a dark horse team that we have to make some noise in the playoffs. Not the contenders necessarily. Now I'll go first. I'm a big believer in the Eagles this year, not to beat the Bucks, but I'm a big believer in the Eagles to make a lot of noise, to do well this year. I'm a big believer in Jalen Hurts. I've said this many times. Not because he has the most arm talent or IQ necessarily, but I feel like he has enough around him. He has a very good offensive line. He has good talent at the skilled positions. They're good at the defensive line as well. They drafted well at the defensive line, and I feel like they're going to be good enough. They have a very easy division. They can back their way into winning the division. I don't think the Cowboys are that big of a threat. So I think that the Eagles can make some noise. What do you think, Rado? Who's your dark horse team? Well, I don't know if you mentioned somebody earlier already.
Yeah, I mentioned the Ravens. Between the Ravens and the Patriots, that's fine too.
Okay. And Adonis?
Oh, mine, it's the Vikings. I'm a big believer in the Vikings. They got Kevin O'Connell. He helped Cooper Kupp. With the triple crown. Obviously, he's the offensive coordinator. And, I think Justin Jefferson gonna have a good year, an amazing year actually. Gonna have an amazing year. So I feel like the Vikings offense could probably be top 5. They just got some dude from the Packers. I think it's Zadarius Smith. They got Zadarius Smith. So with him and if Jefferson Griffin, I think that's the name, and I think them two defensive line, and then they got Harrison, safety. So Eric Kendricks, I believe he's on the team. I don't know if he's on the team. I believe he's on the team. So I think I'm big dark. That's my dark horse. For the Vikings. So yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. I can see where you can say that at, but hey, that's all we have. The time that we have for today. Keep it locked in during the season. We're gonna keep you, and also, hey, baseball. We're coming in for the home stretch, and hopefully the Yankees can pull out of the rut, whatever that is that they're in. But anyways, and we'll keep you up to date. All things sports. All right, Ultimate Trio out, baby. Let's go.
Sure, you know the vibes.
Get it. Peace out, y'all.